Some famous philosophers like to use a phrase similar to, "We cannot imagine how it could be otherwise." Like, for example, "We cannot imagine how there could be any other basis for morality than conscious creatures." Or, "We cannot imagine any way in which the speed of light could be exceeded." Or, "Pick your most cherished so-called self-evident truth." One's very human and subjective failure of imagination is neither an objective proof or disproof. This is what philosophers at their best do as their business. What they should do, anyway. What many, some have done in the past. Philosophy, as I have said many times, and as is echoed in the work of David Deutsch, indeed has today a deservedly bad reputation. So much of what marches under the banner of philosophy is not really anything of the sort. Philosophy as a subject ranges from the focused study of all that is rational in the most careful and deliberate way, through to the more esoteric, and through, yes, to utter nonsense. Philosophy, most broadly considered, is a mess. In this subject, it is as if we were to call astrology, creationism, and ghost hunting science, along with biology and physics, as if we were to call the sound of a riot in the streets music. Such redefinitions would be a serious problem for the term music, or indeed science, but it would do nothing whatsoever to actually bear upon the question of what is true or not in, say, physics. That would still be adjudicated by the critical methods of experiment and theory I have already outlined. So although you may hear that Karl Popper was a philosopher, and that epistemology and critical rationalism are kinds of philosophy, this does not mean they are mere opinions. They are rigorous formulations and sets of intertwined ideas, themselves criticised and refined over many years, and which explain above all else how knowledge grows and what techniques are best in sifting good ideas from bad. That is the topic of critical thinking. Critical thinking is about showing what is wrong with ideas so that better ones can be produced and we can get ever closer to the truth by discovering more of it. We understand much about this critical process, about critical thinking, that so many people who use the term critical thinking appear never to have even heard of Karl Popper, let alone critical rationalism as a worldview, has absolutely zero bearing on what critical thinking truly is.